Hey everyone, it's Peter Parker, the one and only Spider-Man. Alright, let's not do this one more time. Instead, how about I show you some visual effects so insane, you'll forget what's real and what isn't. That's right guys, in today's video we'll be using visual effects to explore... hello?
Hello.
Oh, yes, hi Mr. Jamerson, this is Peter Parker. Well, Spider-Man doesn't really seem to be doing anything bad lately. Maybe he's trying to avoid Santa's naughty list. Oh, okay then. I'll see if I can't catch him in the act doing anything horrendous. Mr. Jamerson? Alright. So, this is fine. We just need to create some, Spidey visual effects, I guess, for JJ of, me/Spider-Man doing some questionable things. Oh, hold on. Before you start judging, it ain't all bad. So what? I've been doctoring up some videos for Jameson of Spider-Man doing questionable things, and it pays the bills. What do I care what people think of Spider-Man anymore? I got a family to take care of. And I get to be a stay-at-home visual effects artist, which is awesome. So let's just fire up Blender, the awesome free open source software, and get cracking on these visual effects videos. Hey bud. Daddy's working. Oh, hey, fun. Ow. Oh, cute kid. Where's your mom? Oh, you know what? Let's just, Alright. There we go. Back to where we were. First, I need to find some videos online to alter, doctor up, crimes that we can blame on me for committing that aren't too horrendous. I definitely didn't waste too much time browsing videos for this. Ridiculous. Starting with this poor gentleman who's just having a difficult time with this ladder. We can blame this incident on me. For the Spider-Man 3D model here in Blender, I'm using Peter France's rigged model that's free to download on YouTube. I needed some reference footage to keyframe animate too, and I got this footage from my pal Steve. Kind of a strange dude, that Steve. Some might say a loser, but he came through with some reference footage for me. So I went through and animated myself in the same motion that Steve did in his reference video, keyframe animating all of the major poses throughout the process, and timing it up with the incident of the video. Animating was pretty easy, but getting the footage to match the old crummy security cam with the focal length and the colors, that was a little bit challenging. I was using HDR lighting to find the right amount of overcast/sunny for this clip, and then using an object with some displacement on it as an object to only capture shadows off of Spider-Man, using the shadows in this video to determine which way the light was coming, and then keyframe animating some webbing coming out and attaching to the ladder at the right moment. Once I had all these pieces lined up, it was into the compositor to really try to add grain and imperfections to this video so the 3D model blended pretty seamlessly. This is done by a process of using pixelating and blur nodes to try to reduce some of the quality of this down to a security cam level. I also used some of the new features in Blender 5.0, drag and drop effects for the compositor, things like sensor noise and film grain. There's a few handy options on these node groups and even the option to animate it. Once I had it all lined up and the frame rates matching, then with a little bit of masking on our poor gentleman here, the clip was full of damning evidence against Spider-Man and ready for JJ. Sometimes I wonder what I'm doing with my life. But hey, it's covering the bills for me and Mary Jane, and I'm making Jameson happy. Speaking about covering bills, did I mention who this video is brought to you by? Well, it's Lenovo and their powerful line of Legion laptops powered with Intel inside. For my line of work, a super durable, powerful, portable computer is great, as I'm always on the go, working from many different locations, and it's got all the power I need for 3D rendering, shots like these in real time with Blender cycles, thanks to that NVIDIA RTX 5070 GPU inside. But the brain of this compact power horse is the Intel Core Ultra 9 processor. With 24 physical cores, it can handle more multitasking than your human brain will be able to keep up with. Slap on the 32 gigabytes of RAM and a terabyte of SSD storage, and you're set for any project. It's even got a full-size keyboard, a super bright 2.5K OLED display, giving you the brightest whites and the crunchiest blacks. This laptop was made made for creators. So shout out to Lenovo for sponsoring this video. Now it's time to go back to making me look like a total bully for Jameson's satisfaction. And for the next video we're altering here, I thought I'd take the blame for this one, but a little bit incidentally. So right before a man walks into the scene, we'll have Spider-Man suddenly get curious about a manhole cover. Manhole covers are very interesting, that's why. So it's some more keyframe animating, I knocked that out of the way. Then there was a few more steps to blend Spider-Man into this video. For starters, I have him leaning against a car here, so I need additional shadows and reflections. For this, I added another plane to the scene, made it glossy, and had another shadow catcher object right behind Spider-Man to capture those contact shadows and reflections. And I had to digitally remove the existing manhole cover from this raw security cam footage and add in a CGI manhole cover over the hole. Then at the appropriate time of the video, I do some 3D webbing. Is it ironic that creating real webs is a whole lot easier than this visual effects stuff? After hours of keyframing, I got it looking pretty natural, if I do say so myself. Then it was just a matter of some masking, some more compositing and ambient occlusion added to the 3D models, and boom, there's another video for old Jameson. Okay, alright, that one's a little funny. You gotta admit that one's a little funny, alright? Come on, stop judging. I'm getting paid for this without actually being a jerk. No harm, no foul. For these doctored videos, some might ask why I don't just use AI to generate them. Come on, people, I still have some decency. Not that AI doesn't have its place. I'm a nerd, and I want to do the creating. I'm the creator, not the decider. I want to have fun with this, so let's create. Alright, so we got one more video to create. Found this incident late at night scrubbing through TikTok. Just a public incident that went south. Why not blame this also on your good old pal Spidey? This one took the most work. First off, it's some handheld cell phone video, so I need to start off by motion tracking the scene in Blender, trying to get a clean camera motion solve out of it. And it's very difficult because the scene's only like 2 seconds long. After eventually getting something usable, I then had to add a CGI pumpkin to the scene. I need to replace the gentleman here rolling a pumpkin with Spider-Man rolling the pumpkin just a little bit more stylish. So I keyframe animated Spider-Man doing our most advanced maneuver yet, grabbing that pumpkin and 360 spinning it over his head, throwing it between the legs, and I needed to get the timing and motion just right. This all proved to be quite challenging. I got a feeling Jameson's gonna love this one, as it's Spider-Man being a public menace to society.
Nice throw!
Well, there you have it. Yeah, you know what the old Uncle Ben used to say, with great power comes great recklessness. How far have I fallen? I think that hurt my reputation enough. If you guys want to support me without me selling my soul to Jameson, you can become a subscriber on YouTube or join my Patreon page with the link in the description. I think that's everything, but why do I feel like I'm forgetting something?